and you listen to Intervision FM.
Okay, we're back for the last part of Intervision FM, and so we went through the topics. If you just joined us late in this, we're talking about basketball. Well, I just focus on the basketball team because I had this dream last night about playing basketball. Like how many minority-owned teams are there in the league, with there being so many minorities like playing the game. Then I thought about TV, cable, and then we went down to talking about like, are there any visually impaired people that are owning stations? And then we went into the second topic of how many. Well, what should I do in the case of we have a well developer, and he said that he could do something 30 days ago, and now we find out 30 days later that he wasn't able to accomplish this, and we ended up one of our bigger events losing $5,000 because people couldn't find where they could donate on the button in order to support the nonprofit. So that's where we left off. We got some pretty good comments from Alan, and was it Amy?
Kimmy.
Oh, Kimmy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get these names right. So and then finances. I don't know if you've ever read this book, Alan. Rich
Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about that and how why is, I guess our society is, or at least America, and we don't know it, and our parents, some of our parents don't know it, that they're just wanting to produce workers. They don't want to produce entrepreneurs. If you become one, okay. And I've understood that part of the government, they support that. And then the other part, they put so many regulations and so many obstacles in your way that it makes it difficult. Did you know that if you wanted to go downtown Denver and just play your guitar and open up your guitar case, that you would have to go to the city and county, the Well building, go to I think it's the second floor, and buy a $80 Buster license?
Exactly, Johnny. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, I used to run down to what is now the 16th Street Mall, and I'd set up. I'd have a couple of individuals that would kind of stand in the background, and they'd move around, and then they would switch themselves out with a couple of other individuals. It was actually a pretty big operation.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what I'd end up doing is I'd sit there and I'd play all day long from about 8 a.m. to 5, 6, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd pack it up. I used to make $200 a day, was not unheard of.
I could imagine.
One time I got rolled up on, and they're like, "Yo, where's your Buster's license?" I'm like, "Don't have it." Well, what's Buster's like? They're like, "You can't be playing here and making all kinds of money without this Buster's license." I'm like, "Where do I get that?" And they told me where to get it. Now, luckily enough, they didn't take me away, and they allowed me to pack my guitar up, go home with the money I had. But they were not at all thrilled. They told me in no uncertain terms, do not come back without that license. Then I haven't been back since because, well, gosh, playing guitar all day and not being a singer, just playing the portions of, of music that people wanted to hear or whatever, that just didn't do it. I mean, if I were a singer, it might have been a little better. But even so, I made a boatload of money. $200 a day is nothing to sneeze at.
I got to tell you something funny. I was standing in a bus stop, and I was drinking. I don't know, some ice or some, I was drinking something, and I'm not the kind of person I would just throw my cup on the ground and just say, "Oh, I can't find a trash can. I'm just going to throw it on the ground."
Right.
So I'm holding my cup, and somebody puts money in it. Nothing like, I didn't even do nothing. I'm just standing here at the bus stop.
Another funny story like that, Johnny, is I had a knee injury. I broke I messed up my ACL, which is the ligament, the tendon that goes in the front of your knee. So I had to get that reconstructed.
Mm-hmm.
So during recovery, I'm like, oh, my knee. And these two old folks walked by me while I was complaining about my knee. And the lady turns to her husband. She says, oh, Wendell, we need to stop and help him. He needs money. I'm like,
Wow.
I had to explain to him, no, I'm just complaining about my knee. And then they started laughing because, oh, man.
Well, I mean, there's some generous people in America. I mean, the last time that happened to me, I was 20 and I was in LA. And this guy, I was in downtown LA. I just moved to LA. And this guy came up to me and said, you know, he just put money in my hand, squeezed it in my hand and said, hey, that's for you.
Right. I've had that happen many times.
So, you know, there's a lot of generous people. And I don't know what's going to happen when this comes. It probably looks like it's coming when money becomes plastic. Right. And
we'll have
might,
card readers. We'll have all kinds of things which we'll be able to use. Already our iPhones and or Androids, our smartphones are able to scan things. You can make contactless purchases. And my battery's about ready to die here.
Can you flag it up without, or you need the speaker for it?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We got about 20%. We'll probably wrap it up anyway soon. But, you know, the bottom line being is that, what is the bottom line here? The bottom line is just that there are some generous folks out there. It's going to change somewhat for sure because people want to stay away from each other because of the new strictures that we currently find ourselves under.
Right.
But you know, it's going to be okay.
This wasn't in my topic, but I saw this. I got to tell you it. Okay, they want to open up concert venues and so forth because these guys know they got to make some. They want to make some money. So they said you have to have. They want you to have get a test and test negative. Let's see. I think it's 24 hours before a concert. That means you buy your tickets because they put the tickets on sale way out there, right? So 24 hours before you go to concert, they want you to test negative or have the vaccine, if there's a vaccine available, before you can go see your favorite band at a big venue. Ticketmaster is putting this together now. Did you hear about this?
No, I haven't, but I'm quite involved with the election-related stuff. I've been doing quite a lot of work with that.
Yeah, I don't know how I saw it. I mean, I look at a lot of music stuff, and this guy from England, he has a YouTube channel. So when I saw that, I said, okay, so now and you know I'm an old guy. I mean, there's not many concerts I'm going to be going to that I just have to go to. So I'm going to jeopardize my life with a shot because I've been taking a flu shot, whatever, ever. And so I understand people, they do that, right?
Sure.
So I'm one of those ones who's probably going to say, well, okay, go for it. And my eye doctor, he says, you never want to be the first 100. When they're coming up with something new, you don't want to be the first 100, first 200. You want to be way down the line when they have it perfected, So I'm one of those way down the line kind of people, and I guess there's quite a few people that are that way too. But if you have to put up between, I can't see my favorite band unless I do this. We'll see where push comes to shove on that. Anyway, so okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining on the show, and subscribe if it's YouTube. Let's see, we have about 16 subscribers we need a lot more to get to the 100 subscribers so we can monetize this. So we ask if you can, help us out in that area. And of course, my book, Shades of Blindness, is coming out on December 7th. So we ask that you do a pre-order and put a comments on their review, because that helps us get into a higher ranking. And you can listen to our radio station 24 hours, 7 days a week. That's Innovision FM. And we just really, we thank you for participating in this Zoom meeting. And thank you, Alan, and thank you, your roommate as well.
Thank you, Johnny. And don't forget to visit innervisionfm.com.
All right. See you guys later.
Thanks.
All right.